I invite Chakravarti AVPS now. Chakravarti is the CEO and Managing Director of EcoBliss India, an internationally renowned company for its packaging innovations with core strengths in the pharmaceutical landscape. Chakravarti is also one of the longest serving board members of Indian Institute of Packaging. Plus, he's a board member for the Pharmaceutical Export Promotion Council, Government of India. Chakravarti is fond of connecting dots across the globe and spreading awareness, which is why he readily agreed to the big interview series in What Packaging. In this series, he interviews packaging icons across 25 countries. Sir, we are very grateful to you for your help and support. InkWeek delegates should look out for his next big interview with Luciana Pellegrino. She is Senior Vice President and a long-standing member on the board of the World Packaging Organization, apart from being Executive Director of Brazilian Packaging Association, Algebra. Lots of learnings for the members of the Indian Packaging Association. Over to you, Chakravarti AVPS.
Thank you very much, Sriram. Welcome. And I'm really elated to be part of this very auspicious InkWeek post-pandemic. Some people say we are still in pandemic, but I believe we are in endemic already. Well, Sriram, that's a little elaborate introduction, but the only thing suits me is I really fond of connecting the dots, which Ramo and Noel knows me for a couple of decades or more by now already. Wonderful platform. In fact, like all of you, the hundreds of registrants, more than 1,000 people are logged in already, I think. I'm also seriously looking forward to learn from the learner colleagues, their deliberations. Well, it's a big task delivering some keynote address, but let me share a few thoughts of mine on this very great occasion. Ink. For me, what algebra is to mathematics, ink is for printing and packaging. I tell you why. It appears a lot of difficulty in accessing the intricacy of the algebra in mathematics. But initially it would be difficult. But once you master over it, I think you keep liking forever, eternally. You will develop a love with algebra and mathematics. I was one of the guys scoring 100 out of 100 in maths during those days, like many of you. And I correlate this with the ink in this printing industry. I think if one falls in love with ink, I think you can never change his ideology forever. I promise you. I think many of you experience this already. So it's a big passion. The ink is a passion. Print is a passion. Integral part of print is ink, and both are our passion. Well, the essence always is be it packaging or printing. The creative is always, I think Noel says, the way you look at it, the ability you look at it, different things, how you perceive things from various perspectives and everybody's perspective. And who else is the better conduit, my dear friends? Ink. Like algebra, I can't refrain from taking the algebra as an example frequently, but yeah, it got into my mind. It's really exciting. It's really exciting in the print and the whole value chain, and it's our responsibility and the stakeholders of all the industry, the print and ink industry, and the users all together collaborate collectively and do wonders. For what? For the customer satisfaction, to meet the customer demands. That's why we are all in the business, my dear friends. As I was telling you, since the days of Gutenberg, the printing is not just a process. It's a craft. It's an art. Ask Ramo, ask Noel, maybe Sriram, Chamian, all these people. Thank you very much, all four of you, for bringing me over here in this platform. Well, I may not be the right person to talk about various technologies, how the journey of ink and print has taken place. But let me tell you, my dear friends, you have to have the zeal. You have to like it. You have to love it. Then you will master it, and you will deliver the results like people envy of and feel jealous of what you have been doing. And all of you may be using the same process, but it's everything in mind, everything in your application, everything in your passion, everything in your love for the craft. That makes a huge difference. I still remember it's late 90s when I visited a printer in Chicago. He was printing 30 on a single, of course, the press was single color, but he was printing single color 13 times over and over and over. And I thought he's a mad guy. But look at it. When I saw the result, it's mind. I cannot explain in terms. Even my own experience, I tell you, those were the days when the UV curing was not there in the presses. Even the IR heaters were not up to the mark. And we used to struggle with that powder drying technology. You all know a lot of powder oozes out, and it really doesn't do its prescribed job. And still we are striving. And at one job, I remember I was working for Ackerland Rousing. That's way back in 93, 94. You have to bring that jet black effect. Now you have the wonderful inks with single shot. You print any kind of black, just cure it or online cure, and you have the result. But those are not the days. We used to have, I printed 3 times black with the 2 different screens and overprint on the third. But every time, remember, it was not drying at all. If you want a result, it has to dry well, you know very well. And we are putting some piles of 50 sheets. Can you imagine piles of 50 sheets? So that there will not be any the print sticking to each other. And then finally we got the result. That one of the aqua exports to US. And they were amazed. And the importer was telling, was it printed in Ackerland Rousing, Sweden? Or in India? We can't believe it. They must have imported your packaging, the Indian aqua producers, through this Ackerland Rousing. But so that was the customer delight, my dear friends. And there was no technology available, as I was telling you. So when you have a passion, when you look at the end result, what you want to achieve, I think you have the way out, and you will produce the results. Well, coming to the packaging trends, today, packaging and printing have become very integral. They become same as twins, actually. Almost 99% of the print converters across the globe are also becoming in some way or other packaging converters too. And demand for the innovative packaging on the rise. And you call special effects or whatever we cannot achieve through conventional print technology. The people are able to master those with the newer innovative developments, etc. And then, integration of augmented reality, other solutions. Well, it's not just AppSet alone for cartons and Gravure for flexo, foil. Now we have latest technologies, several direct printing. You can actually print directly on the glass, metals. So technology is available. So it's rapidly changing. The trends also, when somebody asked me, name, quote few trends, what is, it's nothing actually. Basically, you need to really work into customer. What is existing? You have to audit the packaging. What is currently available, if it is already a running product. And then with your creative mind, of course, not deviating from the regulatory requirements and also the marketing requirements and the customer requirements. You need to think something differently. Be proactive. That's how you gain the upper hand in the market. So redesign of the packaging, maybe you save a few pennies over there. Maybe you make it sustainable. Maybe you make it more user friendly. Maybe you make it convenient. Maybe you enhance the shelf life. Whatsoever. Maybe you increase the logistics efficiency by redesigning the packaging. So many things. If you brainstorm so many things will come to your mind, and then work upon it and share openly, very transparently with your customer. Many times I keep hearing, in fact, I'm one of the, because I'm also at the receiving end. There's a stiff competition. Everyone asking for something different. What is new? We are really getting bored of listening to the what is new from the market. But you have got to listen to this from the market, and you have got to access the technology from the market, and you have got to brainstorm with your people, all the stakeholders, and get to know and apply your mind and do something differently. And that's how you can always have an upper hand. And now someone asked me about the pharmaceutical packaging, which is very close to my heart. My dear friends, I have another 5 minutes. I always used to quote, packaging will be your second physician. People used to laugh, what is this guy is talking about? But believe me, under the current pandemic situation, it has become all the more relevant. Consumer behavior is really completely changed with every aspect. You have physical interactions between the patients and the doctors have come declining rapidly. You have with advanced digital communication, you have all the video consultations, of course, supported by proper documentation, your diagnostics, everything. And then you need not have to go to a pharmacy, or you need not go to a hospital, and still you get it. So the final contact between the patient and the product is the medicine. The pharmaceutical is nothing but packaging. So here you can use all your the technology applications. That's how I gave that statement of packaging will be your second physician. Imagine if it's very evident, if you see in the current stands also, ease of administration, that's the key. Dosage accuracy, that's another big need. Those monitoring also, because of in absence of all these things, the patient will be the sufferer, and at the end of the day, the whole healthcare system will get collapsed. So minimizing medication errors, etc. All these things can be achieved through a right kind of packaging. So packaging has become a second physician. That's how, apart from, of course, being safeguarding your the efficacy of your drug throughout its value chain, and also follow the regulatory framework also, because you need to follow a lot of regulations in different countries. That is how the packaging trends will carry on. Well, at World Packaging Organization, we are a proud international apex body consisting of around 64 countries. We are in frequent contact with international organizations like UNEDO and other organizations. We work hand in hand with the governments, also the institutes and the governments. What is our philosophy is always better quality of life through better packaging for more people. Our World Packaging Organization is always committed to bring up awareness and educating about the value of the packaging. How? Because very often people see packaging is an unavoidable burden and all, but how much packaging is contributing to the society and the growth of the economy of respective countries also. That is what, to bring awareness and educating people in all the sectors. That's a main objective. Promote globally the development of packaging technology, like through platforms like the PrintWeek and science and engineering, and also stimulate developing of packaging skills through various programs, communications, applications. And we have internationally renowned, like we call Oscar of cinema. It is a World Star Award for Packaging Awards. We promote in various aspects. Every year, several people from India keep winning the awards. Of course, if you want to know more on this, you can always email me or talk to PrintWeek. Through PrintWeek, you can reach out to me, or on LinkedIn, you can connect to me. But I also wish to tell all of you. Just now we heard Sriram telling what made me to connect to PrintWeek. PrintWeek, I've been following this magazine more than a couple of decades, I must say. I think this is one of the most versatile magazine. And now you have a bonus of what packaging also, along with just like how packaging has become an integral part of printing, or printing has become an integral part of packaging. So PrintWeek has also brought what packaging, very exclusive, very versatile. I promise you, my people who have not seen these magazines, they must. And even I strongly recommend to subscribe this. It's not big money, $10, $15, nothing actually. You need to have that because the feel of the print, if you have it on your hand, of course, digitally you tend to access all the information on your screen or on your mobile screen or your laptop or PC, but nothing beats the print experience. Nothing beats the actual physical experience. Please subscribe and have that PrintWeek magazine, and definitely it's a value for money. And I do it. I've been reading this magazine for years and years and years, and get a lot of knowledge with all the people sharing on this platform. In fact, that's how they encouraged me to do a series of interviews. So I already did one with one of the global CEOs on the sustainability, and it's a series going on. Well, I look forward to listen to all the experts today. What is there on cards? What is there in pipeline in the next 1 hour? And my sincere thanks goes once again to my dear friend, Mr. Ramu Ramanathan and Mr. Noel Dikuna. Both are the captains of PrintWeek and supported ably by Sriram, Chairman, and other staff members. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. I think there were kind words for our team as well in your speech, but you made some very interesting points about packaging becoming the second physician. That is an interesting thought. And also about integration of AI with making title changes. So we have